Okay, so the point of this whole video is to find something quick to make. So I'm using a lot of canned products, a lot of frozen products, just so that in this meal prep, there's not a lot of prep. So what I do have here is they're frozen. Here's the label. They're beef patties. So these just microwave, they're already fully cooked. So I just microwave them and I'm just gonna break them apart. I know, I can use a knife, but I find these crumble. So I'm just gonna get these all crumbled up and put them in my bowl. I'm just gonna mix almost all my ingredients together, and then I'll put them into my wraps. Okay, so I've got my meat all crumbled up, and I'm now just gonna add my other ingredients. So I have corn, obviously, whatever you like. What do you like? Tell me, what do you like in your? I know these might not be authentic, but you know what? I'm going through what I have. What do I have in my freezer? What do I have in my pantry? And I want to use that up. So these are just some black beans, nothing special, just, pre-made. The corn was obviously pre-made. You don't really make corn. You know what I mean. And I'm just going to add, I don't know, a little cumin. Isn't cumin just a nice little spice when you're doing some Mexican type things? And some garlic salt. Not salt, this is garlic powder. I just love garlic. So whenever I have a chance to add garlic, onions, now I could have, if I wanted to put more effort into this and more time, I would have cut up some onions and some pepper, like green pepper, red pepper, sauteed that a little bit to add to this, which would be delicious because I love that too. But I'm going for quick, I'm going for fast. What else I'm going to add is some enchilada sauce. So now mine, it was a big can and I used half in another recipe. So I froze the other half. So this is why mine is in this type of container. But obviously this is where the moisture comes, the flavor comes. You don't have to add a whole lot else to it when it comes to spices and such, because the enchilada sauce, at least I'm a wimp, and when it comes to heat, when it comes to spices, so I like to keep it on the more mild side. My kids don't, so this is more this might gear more towards them, but hey, you know what, they're going to like it. We're all going to like it. Cheese, you need some cheese. This, I just had cheddar jack. Use whatever you like, obviously. I'm just going to throw in some cheese into the mix. Maybe a cup or so. That's more than a cup, but one needs cheese. So I'm just going to mix this up. And I'm not going to heat this up. I could, but they'll be heated up when they make them. And I am going to somewhat toast them on the oven, on the stove, which I suppose you don't have to do, but I'm going to do that. Not enough quite to cook the filling, but this is all cooked. And by the time it's going to be frozen and then they reheat it, it will be melted by then. So there is most of my mix here. And then I also made some minute rice. Now I went for minute rice because I'm thinking fast. So I have that here on the already pre-cooked. I did 2 cups. I didn't know how much I would need. So I'm going to show you, I am being very loud. I am so sorry, how I'm going to assemble all this. Okay, so I do have a good amount of filling here. So I don't know how much I'll make. I'm just going to keep filling until I'm done. And I've got these carb counter ones. Use whatever wraps you like. This is a good diet-friendly option, a good low-cal option because it's got quite a bit of fiber. It's got some protein and only 60 calories. So let me just show you how I'm going to go about this. Now, I am not a good wrapper when it comes to these, and these are never big enough. I tend to overstuff things, so I need to learn my lesson and stop doing that. But I'll try. So please, if you have any tricks as to how to roll these better, I've seen people do it. And you know what? I'm just not very good at it as of yet. As of yet, that's what you always say. I'm not, you don't say I can't do something or I'm not good at something. You have to say yet. So let's say that. I'm not good at it yet. All right, so let's put on just a little bit of rice. You don't need too much because then my burrito won't shut. So let's just, these sides go in first. Then you just roll her up. Roll her up. There we go. Not so bad. We have one. Now I'm just going to keep going, get a few more going, and then I'll show you how I toast them up. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little burritos, my little wrapped burritos here, and put them in a skillet about on medium-ish heat or so. A pan, skillet, what, I don't know. Did I use the wrong term? I may have. I really don't know. This one's about to pop open. I did not do quite a good job on that one. But all you do is just give it some time to toast up on both sides. Now, I won't cover the pan. I suppose you could if you desired. Just give it a couple minutes, and once it's browned on one side, you flip them over and let that side brown, obviously. Okay, as you have seen, I have re-rolled some of these. I tell you, they're not. I'm not great at this, but if you wrap it up with foil, when you're done, they'll stay together. So all you can see, both sides are browned, and then I just take them out, and then from there I will show you how I wrap them up. Okay, so as you can see, these are the ones that are done, and I'm just going to take a little piece of um, tin foil, Reynolds wrap, whatever. So you could use saran wrap if you like, but just wrap it up. See, they'll stay together. Still good enough. And then you get them all like that, and then you can freeze them. So convenient.